Talk with Angelo. We do our live show every Thursday evening, so appreciate everyone tuning in and watching the show. We've been doing this now for uh, the channel. We've been actively lending for going on since 2005, so 19 years of lending. And then we're doing the YouTube channel since 2015, I think, 2015. So, sorry, 2017. We've been doing the YouTube channel, so 7 years. And this is where America goes to finance your direct nationwide commercial, residential, private lender. We have our YouTube channel here where we educate people, empower them, uh, give them all the information. We talk about real estate, we talk about finance, credit, and also we talk about cigars. Some of my favorite hand-rolled premium cigars, great whiskey. For any of you guys tuning and watching the show, appreciate everyone checking us out tonight. So, I've got a couple things I want to talk about tonight. You know, the big breaking news, obviously, of this past week that President Joe Biden, has withdrawn himself from the presidential race, and Kamala Harris is in. What does that mean for interest rates, the real estate market, credit? Hmm. And this is a My Father cigar. They do a really good job with their cigars. So anyway, yeah, I mean, you know, I think it's all kind of apparent that we're not surprised that Biden dropped out. I don't think he could have made it, you know, another 4 years. So I think everyone is kind of aware that Trump was going to win. Now, as far as what's going on with Harris and what's happened with interest rates, so interest rates have actually come down because the market is kind of priced in the expectation that Trump and Vance are going to win the race. And so the market is kind of warming up to the fact that, in the next, 3 months that we're going to have, or actually 2 months, we're going to have a new president, and it's going to be Donald Trump. So, I don't know what your opinion is about that, or what you think. Um, but I mean, the market is kind of predicting or showing that Trump and Vance are going to win. So, it's from what we can see, what's happening with interest rates, the economy, real estate prices, the stock market. Obviously, it seems that way, but I mean, nobody really knows for sure. It's just my reporting on what's the reaction to the financial and credit markets from this. And you notice that a lot of times these big things happen over the weekend. This thing happened on Sunday, and then boom, today's Thursday, and now we're dealing with this. So, uh, I don't know. Um, you know, it's kind of a crazy thing. But that's how the world is. It's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen from day to day. You wake up and hope for the best, prepare for the worst. My mom always used to tell me. I haven't always lived that adage, but I think that yeah, you just don't know what's going to happen for sure. You know, Trump almost got assassinated 2 weeks ago. It's just always so much stuff going on. It's sad that sometimes the world that we live in is so beautiful, but yet there's also so much uh, pain and hatred at the same time. It's really unbelievable. My bet is that Trump and Vance will win, and that rates will go down, and that the market is going to take off. That's my bet and expectation. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, moving along, I want to talk about a few things in regards to mortgage lending, credit. So the first thing is when you're applying for a loan, you have to get your credit pull. So tonight we're going to be talking about a hard pull versus a soft pull on your credit. So one of the things that when you're getting funding, whether you're doing it through your business or your personal credit, they're gonna do a credit check. And if they do a hard credit check, it can, that's a necessary part of getting a loan. But so is a soft credit check. And the biggest difference is that when you do a soft credit check, it doesn't show up as an inquiry on your credit. It doesn't affect your score. It doesn't show up anywhere. It's just an internal thing. The good news is the technology today is that the scores are the exact same as a hard credit check. It's just really up to the lender if they're set up to be able to offer soft credit checks. Like we do soft credit checks because it doesn't make any sense to do a hard credit check. They're way more expensive, and it stays on your credit report for 2 years, and it hurts your score, lowers your score actually. So what I'm here to say is that us as a lender, we offer, soft credit check, no hard credit check. You probably got to turn up your sound, brother. It's not on my side. We got sound over here. So see if you're on mute or you don't have your sound on. It's got to be something with your computer or wherever you're using your device. So the bottom line is that I would say before you apply for a loan, um, so you guys can't hear me too good. How about now? Is it any better? Does it sound any better now? Can you guys hear me any better now? Huh, I can hear you guys just fine. So you guys can't. Hold on a second. Let's see what's going on here. See if that. Okay, how about now? How's the sound now? Okay, does this sound any better? Still crackling? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, because over here it says that the sound is fine, but that's weird because it says over here that it's working okay. But anyway, so my thought is that, yeah, don't do a hard credit check. You could do a soft credit check instead. So that's my thought on that. Another thing too is in regards to freezing your credit. I don't recommend freezing your credit. So not a good idea. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get your credit froze. Let's go. We can go see. Maybe if I move in a different area, that might help a little bit. It might be the location that I'm in. So I'm gonna move over here and see if that helps at all. Let me know if that makes a difference or not. All right. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Cool. All right. So, that I think the area I was in, we had really bad rain, and it might be from the rain. So, I think we're good now. You might be able to hear me a little bit better. Let me know if you can or not. Give me 1 second. All right. So, um, in regards to having your credit frozen, one of the things that people do is they freeze their credit because they don't want people, doing scams, pulling their credit, stuff like that. And I think that's an important thing to do. I would recommend having credit monitoring on your credit report. And you can use anybody you want. It doesn't matter as long as they're legit. But you definitely want to have some type of credit monitoring, checking on your credit. And then I would say freeze your credit so that way nobody can do identity theft or steal your credit or even pull your credit. You have to get authorization. You actually have to unfreeze your credit before somebody can pull your credit. So I think that's a really important thing that um, you have your credit frozen. So basically, the way it works is if you have credit monitoring through Experian, nobody can just arbitrarily pull your credit. You have to go in there, unfreeze your credit, and give that company authorization for a day or how much time to unfreeze your credit, and then they have permission to be able to pull your credit. So I think that that's a really important thing that you should, number one, get credit monitoring, keep your credit frozen, keep it locked down so people just can't arbitrarily pull your credit. When you're getting a loan, you should be doing a soft credit check, not a hard credit check. You don't want it affecting your score. There's no reason to do a hard credit check. Now, when you go to closing, you're going to need a hard credit check. So that's a really important thing. Another thing you got to be careful of is when you apply for a loan, how many times did the lender or the underwriter pull your credit? They shouldn't be pulling your credit multiple times. And then it drags down your score because you should only do one hard inquiry during the loan process. And if the lender's out there pulling your credit a bunch of times, that's there's a problem. It shouldn't happen. It should just be one time they pull your credit. Now, what they do is before you go to closing, they check your credit again, but it's not a hard inquiry. It's a soft check to see if you've taken on any new debt. So that's something that you have to be mindful of. That whenever you apply for a loan, you start the loan, they check your credit, and then when you go to closing, they check your credit again. Now, but in the beginning, they do a soft check in the beginning. Then in the middle, they do a hard check before closing, and then at closing, they do a soft check again to see if you've taken on any new debt. And that's an important thing because they want to know, okay, when you apply for the loan, you got this much debt, and your payments were $1,000 a month. But then if you took on new debt, you bought a new car, that could affect your loan that you're getting. So it's a very important thing not to take on any new debt while you're getting a loan. The other thing you have to keep in mind too is that the underwriter is the person, the final decision maker on your loan, where they can decide to approve your loan or deny your loan. If your loan got denied from an underwriter, there's a chance are there was a problem with the loan, either with your income, your credit, or the assets or the property. So we like to give you a second opinion and take a look at your loan to see if we can help to turn it around to get you approved for the loan. Just because you got denied from one underwriter or one lender, it doesn't mean that you can't get a loan, period. That's just their opinion and their requirements. There's so many lenders out there and so many different products and programs that, okay, if this lender doesn't do it, still this lender could do it instead. So there's still different options that can be done. So I'm just letting you guys know, just in case you run into an issue and, let's say your loan got denied, that doesn't mean you can't get a loan. We can still try to figure it out for you. So I think that's an important distinction that you guys don't lose hope, you don't give up, and that if you run into an issue, you know that we're here to help you to come up with a solution to help you get approved. And a lot of times that's what we do for our clients, you know, where, I mean, there's so many customers that we see where we help to boost up their credit score, and then we got them pre-approved for a loan. I mean, kind of give you an example, like today we're working with a client, you know, that's here in Austin, and they had a 563 credit score, and we got a Capital One collection deleted off of their credit, and their credit score went from 563 to 619, and it helped them to get approved for, you know, $700,000 house in Austin, and they're also able to get 1% lower on their interest rate because we boosted up their credit score. So it does have, you know, a compelling side effect to be able to boost up your credit score to get a lower interest rate and also to qualify for the loan. The other thing too is that if you get down payment assistance, that can make a big difference to help you qualify. We have down payment assistance programs at FHA for a single family, a multi-family. You can do it on a mobile home, up to a $500,000 purchase price, and get up to $25,000 for down payment and closing cost assistance. And then also on top of that, you can get another 6% for closing costs. So the total would be $55,000 contribution towards your home. And that's a very, very important thing because a lot of people, they don't have $55,000 just laying around and be able to buy a home. You know, they have a few $1,000, they can make the payments, they got a good job, they can afford the rent, but they don't have a large down payment or cash to close. And it's a problem for a lot of people in America. So that's why these programs are here, to be able to help you, to get you qualified so you can get into your home, so you can stop renting, and you can have home ownership. Now that loan program is just for a primary residence though. It's not for investors or anything like that. So anyway, I mean, those are some of the updates right now, what's going on in the world and the economy. Um, you know, I gave you my predictions of what I think is going to happen this year for 2024, and then as we go into 2025, I'm expecting that it's going to get busier, and that there's going to be, you know, the real estate market's going to expand, interest rates are going to come down. It will drive up prices, obviously, as you know, when rates go down, demand surges. I don't expect a huge rate drop, but I do think the real estate prices are going to continue to go higher, 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 especially if rates go down. So what that means is that don't be on the sidelines and try to time the market. You're not going to be able to time the market. If you see an opportunity, whether you're a first-time buyer, you're buying a retirement home, second home, investment home, whatever, if it's the right deal, you got to go for it. You can always refinance. You know, you're married to the property, you want to be, but you date the loan. So we can get you in on a certain loan, close, and then you can refinance always to another loan product. You know, so just understand that. And if you guys have any questions, you know, please feel free to reach out, hit us up, call or text my office, 832-431-6331. You can go to our website, Official Angelo Christian. You can also go to our Instagram, that's Official Angelo Christian, our YouTube, Angelo Christian Mortgage. You can check out our TikTok, you know, Facebook, all that stuff, where we have all of our social media. You know, don't forget to subscribe, like that bell, enable notifications, share this with anyone that you think they'll get good content and good information to help them, you know, with their life and what they're trying to do. So we appreciate all of you guys watching the channel. Check out all of our other videos. We have over 1,700 videos in our library. And if you need help, you know, call or text us. Don't be a stranger. We'll be back again next week with the show. So you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Peace out. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.